private love never appealed to me. If your love never would yield to me, then I'd rather have nothing at all. I said, oh, nothing at all. If it's love, there ain't no in-between. What's the use of wondering what might have been? Then I'd rather have nothing at all. Please don't bring your lips close to my cheek. If you'd smile, I'd be lost beyond recall. The look in your eyes, the touch of your hand makes me weak, and my heart would grow very dizzy and fall. And if I fell under the spell of your call, I'd be lost in the undertow. What's the use? I might as well say no, nothing at all. There's a reason why I do this song first, because this was Frank Sinatra's first hit. Even before he sang with the Dorsey Band, he got this hit with Harry James. That became the biggest hit that he had up until that time. And if I fell under the spell of your call, I'd be lost in the undertow. What's the use? I might as well say no, nothing at all. Oh, nothing at all. Thank you very much. Well, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. You couldn't fit many more people in here. As it is, there's no path to even walk. So I want to caution you all, please, anybody smoke here? Don't smoke. Not because I care, but because we'll all die, because we're beyond the fire capacity. You light the place up, we'll never get out of here. So don't smoke. Wait till the show's over, then you can smoke your brains out. It's okay, no problem. In fact, I like working in smoky clubs. It reminds me of the old days. I do the Carnegie Club down in Manhattan, across the street from Carnegie Hall. It's a beautiful cigar club. So if you're a cigar aficionado, that's the place to be when I'm there. The Carnegie Club, you want to be there. Okay, let's have the next one. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow, got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. I got a song that I sing I can make the rainbow anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see I'm in love? Life is a beautiful thing as long as I hold the string. I'll be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. Life is a beautiful thing as long as I hold the string. I'll be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got that string around my finger. What a world. Man, this is the life. Hey now, I'm in love. Okay. That was Frank Sinatra's first collaboration with Nelson Riddle when he moved from Columbia Records to Capitol Records. And that started a long series of big hits that they did together. Let's have the next one, kid. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in her eye was so exciting, something in her smile was so inviting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night, up to the moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out so right, for strangers in the night. Love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, it turned out so right, for strangers in the night. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, do-do-do-dee-da, yada 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 yada, for strangers in the night. Thank you. That was one of Frank's last big hits in the 60s. Now this is an old one. Well, they're all old, but some are older than others. This one's old. We have stood and talked like this once before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you are wearing are the clothes that you wore. Smile, you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems we've stood like this once before. And we loved before and loved before, but who knows where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems we've stood like this once before, and we loved before and loved before. But who knows where or when. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, what we got? Okay. Now, this next number was another big hit with the Capitol Records years, and this happens to be Mr. Sinatra's epitaph. If you go to his tombstone, it's on it. And there's a little interesting story about Sinatra's tombstone. For all his grandeur and scope and status as probably the premier entertainer of the 20th century, he has a very, very small Memorial Park flat headstone. Big contrast to the super monument with the waterfall that Al Jolson had. A very, very modest headstone. And his headstone was mysteriously damaged after Barbara Sinatra died because the kids and Barbara did not get along. So she had a different stone that said devoted husband, all that. So as soon as she died, somebody took a sledgehammer to it. Now it says sleep warm, Papa, because they took Barbara's name off because she was apparently not a nice lady. So the girls didn't like her, so that's the new headstone is on Sinatra's tombstone. Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything started to hum. Still, it's a real good bet, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway. Wait till our lips have met. Wait till you see that sunshine day. You ain't seen nothing yet. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? The best is yet to come, come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine. I'm gonna teach you to fly. We've only tasted the wine. We're gonna drain the cup dry. Wait till your charms are ripe for these arms to surround. You think you've flown before, but baby, you ain't left the ground. Wait till you're locked in my embrace. Wait till I draw you near. Wait till you see that sunshine place. Ain't nothing like it here. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? The best is yet to come, come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine, and you're gonna be mine. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead. Next one. All right, 1 second. Now, this song is from a movie. It was originally done by Fred Astaire. And the only thing that won an Oscar in that movie was this song. And even though it's 80 years old, you can hardly go to a wedding today without hearing it. And usually it's either the dance between the father and the daughter, or it's done with the bride and groom. But it got new life when Steve Tyrell sang it in Father of the Bride. And it goes to show what Mr. Sinatra said: when something's good, really good, it never goes out of style. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. And that laugh wrinkles your nose, touches my foolish heart. Lovely, don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it, 'cause I love you and the way you look tonight. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose, touches my foolish heart. Lovely, don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it, 'cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. Thank you very much. All right, now Frank had some friends. It's not all Sinatra. This song knocked the Beatles off the charts in 1964. I mean, of what? Just get me, I don't care, one, Sing Like an Idol, get me that one.
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying my someplace is here. If I had it in my power, I'd arrange for every girl to have your charm. Then every minute, every hour, every boy would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. I would arrange for every girl to have your charm. Every boy would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. We're going to do a quick battery change here. Let me have the batteries. Let me have them. Come on, let me have them. Turn the master volume, turn it all the way down. to the lines. Come on. Yeah, that's it. To the two long lines. Okay, go ahead. Now, Everybody Loves Somebody was originally recorded by Frank Sinatra, believe it or not. It was not a big hit for him, even though it was a beautiful arrangement. And then Dean Martin recorded it as a very slow ballad, and it wasn't a big hit for him either. It didn't become a hit till they did that version in 1964, and it knocked the Beatles off the charts, since nobody else seemed to be able to do it. Now, this is another little song that Dean did, and I always liked this tune, so we're going to do it for you. Come bella c'è la luna, brille strette, strette come butto belle passeggiare. Sorte cielo di Roma. Down each avenue of via street or strada, you can see them disappearing two by two. On an evening in Roma, you have taken for espresso, yeah, I guess so. On each lover's arm, a girl I wish I knew. On an evening in Roma, though there's grinning and mandolining in sunny Italy, the beginning has just begun when the sun goes down. So please meet me in the plaza near your casa. I am only one and one is much too few. On an evening in Roma, don't know what the country's coming to. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Will you on an evening in Roma? Come bella c'è la luna, brille strette, strette come butto belle passeggiare. Sorte cielo di Roma, don't know what the country's coming to. When in Rome do's they do. Will you on an evening in Roma? Sorte cielo di Roma. On an evening in Roma. Thank you. Now everybody knows this one because it got new life in Moonstruck. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. When the stars make you drool, just like a positive azul, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Scusa me, but you'll see back in old Napoli, that's amore. That's amore. Seems to shine like you've had too much wine. That's amore. That's amore. Lucky fella. When the stars make you drool, just like a positive azul, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Scusa me, but you'll see back in old Napoli, that's amore. That's amore. Okay. So I believe my friend Freddie told you there are 50/50s here, so if you have not purchased any, please do so now. Yeah, and we need that 1,000 because no matter how many tickets you buy, the fix is already in. Barbara wins all the money and she donates it back to the church. So we need that 1,000. Speaking of the church, how come the pastor isn't here this year? We're raising thousands of dollars here, and the guy doesn't show up. That's not right. That's not right. He's watching football, yeah. He's watching football. That's all right. We'll have to forgive him. He must have something he's got to do. Last rites or something. You know, usually got to preside over something very big. In fact, there used to be a joke about a priest. He was very young. He was celebrating his first Mass. He was very nervous. He'd never done it before. All alone. So the Monsignor said, listen, kid, here's what you do. Make sure you have a little wine before you go on. He goes, it'll relax you, you'll be calm, and you won't screw anything up. He said, you'll be fine. So the priest started drinking some wine before the Mass, and he got very, very nervous. So instead of just drinking a couple of belts, he drank the whole bottle of wine. So he got up there and he did a great, great Mass. He did a great sermon. And after it was over, he asked the Monsignor, he goes, how'd I do? He says, you did pretty good. He says, just a few things we have to straighten out. He says, first of all, we do not refer to our Lord and Savior as the late J.C. He says, secondly, David slew Goliath. He did not beat the shit out of him. He goes, and we don't refer to the Holy Trinity as Big Daddy, Little Daddy, and the Spook. Okay. Let me have, go to Sammy Davis Jr. and get me what kind of fool am I, okay? 2 semitones down. Make sure it says, hey, you just missed my joke. Wait, hold on, wait. Stop it. Father, good to see you. I figured you'd make an appearance. You see, I beckoned you, and you have appeared. You're not the only one with connections with the Almighty. I'm told he's a big jazz fan. In fact, there's a story. I'll give you a little joke, because I used to do jazz music before I did this. Louis Bellson dies, and he goes to heaven. And when he gets up there, St. Peter greets him and says, Louis, he said, we want to welcome you to heaven. He said, we want you to know that you are going to be our #1 drummer. He says, there'll be nobody else. And Louis says, but there's so many greats up here. You got Sid Catlett, you got Davy Tuff, you got Gene Krupa. There's so many big names. He says, we don't care. You are our guy. And with just that moment, he hears this great drum solo break out. And he says, St. Peter, he goes, you said you want me to be the #1 drummer, but that sounds an awful lot like Buddy Rich. He says, no, that's God. He just thinks he's Buddy Rich. Okay, you ready? Now, this is from a Broadway show. I'll bet you most of you don't know what show it's from. Most of you will guess it wrong. But I'll give you a hint. The man who did the song in the show also wrote the show. Here we go. And it became closely associated with Sammy Davis Jr. A little more music. What kind of fool am I who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I have been thinking of. What kind of man is this? An empty shell, a lonely cell in which an empty heart must dwell. What kind of lips are these that lied with every kiss? It whispered every word of love and left me alone like this. Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. Okay, what show? Correct. Anthony Newley. Everybody guesses Man of La Mancha, which is wrong. Stop the World, I Want to Get Off. Anthony Newley. What are you drinking? You want a little of this stuff? It'll straighten you out. It's good. You said no? You look like you didn't actually push yourself away from the bar on too many occasions. What kind of clown am I? What do I know of life? Why can't I cast away this mask of play and live my life? Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Now, this song is very strange. The song, of course, most closely identified with Frank Sinatra is My Way, and he never liked it. He only did it because people asked him to do it because it was a big hit. And this song, believe it or not, is very closely identified with Sammy Davis Jr., probably his most popular hit, and he did not like it. And it came from a famous movie. So we're going to do it. All right, everybody, gather around. What kind of candy you want? Milk chocolate, chocolate malt candy, gumdrops, anything you want. You've come to the right man, because I'm the candy man. Who can make the sun rise? Dip it in a dream. Separate the chocolate and collect up all the cream. The candy man. The candy man. The candy man can. The candy man can. The candy man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Makes the world taste good. Who can take a rainbow? Who can make a rainbow? Wrap it in a sigh. Wrap it in a sigh. Soak it in the sun to make a groovy lemon pie. The candy man. The candy man. Oh, the candy man can. The candy man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Makes the world taste good. The candy man makes everybody taste satisfying and delicious. Oh, you talk about your childhood wishes, you can even eat the dishes. Oh, 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 who can take tomorrow? Who can take tomorrow? Dip it in a dream. Separate the chocolate and collect up all the cream. The candy man. The candy man. Oh, the candy man can. The candy man can. The candy man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Makes the world taste good. The candy man makes everything he makes satisfying and delicious. Oh, you talk about your childhood wishes, you can even eat the dishes. Whoa, 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 who can take tomorrow? Dip it in a dream. Separate the chocolate and collect up all the cream. The candy man. The candy man. Oh, the candy man can. The candy man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Makes the world taste good. Yes, the candy man can, 'cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. Makes the world taste good. The candy man, the candy man, the candy man. Makes the world taste good. The candy man, the candy man, the candy man. Thank you. Father, can't they get you a chair? The poor man stands up during Mass every Sunday. You can't give him a seat? That's not right. Hey, listen, on a serious note, though, if we could all have just a moment of silence. I don't know if you read the news, but 18 U.S. servicemen were very seriously injured in a missile attack by radical Iranian factions on an air base in Iraq. Now, that was disturbing enough to me, but what was more disturbing to me was to learn further down in the story, because nobody reads past the headlines, that is the 144th attack on American servicemen since the October 7th attack on Israel by Hamas. And I guarantee you, you didn't read about the other 143 attacks, which should tell you all you need to know about the current state of American journalism. Okay? Okay, now that I got my little plug in there, let's go back to that Karen Shaw. Go to F. Sands Bennett and get me. I want to be around.
Let's not make it a political thing.
No. Well, I will be there April 13th. No, you won't be in Bedminster on April 13th. I will be in Bedminster on April 13th. I perform out there quite a bit. It's always my favorite place. Ooh, what we got? Notes. Hot stuff. Is this the point spread for this afternoon's game? We got, ooh. All right, 50-50 raffles have sold out. So if you haven't bought a ticket, it's too late. The drawing will be at the end of the show. Well, I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be in the middle of the show, but drawing bit. I thought you were going to tell me the drawing was going to be at your house and you're going to keep the winner secret. Okay, all right. Let me have, I want to be around. Now, since we lost the last of the great crooners last year, we'll do a few for him. I want to be around to pick up the pieces when somebody breaks your heart. Somebody twice as smart as I. Somebody who will swear to be true as you used to do with me, will leave you to learn that misery loves company. Wait and see. I mean, I want to be around to see how he does it when he breaks your heart to bits. Let's see if the puzzle fits so fine. That's when I'll discover that revenge is sweet, as I sit there applauding from a front row seat. When somebody breaks your heart like you broke mine. That's when I'll discover that revenge is sweet. Come on. As I sit there applauding from a front row seat, when somebody breaks your heart like you broke mine. Thank you very much. Hey, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. I mentioned it to somebody, but I don't think I mentioned it when I get up on stage. You know, last year was the first year we did this, and it took a lot of effort on the part of Freddie and other people to convince people to come, but they had about 90 people last year, and it was very successful. This year, the show sold out in 7 days with no pushing. And it sold out in 7 days with a substantial price increase, so it must be people liked it, I think. So, but that's all for the church, so what's wrong with that? It's all for the church. And you can deduct it, just get a receipt, deduct it off your taxes, and we'll get it next year. We'll do the same thing. Well, you might as well deduct it. The government's going to take anything anyway, so deduct as much as you can. That's right. That's true. It's damn right it's true. Okay, what else we got? Hey, did I tell you this one? How many Italians we got here tonight? Oh, man. Big Italian parish. No Irish people? We got a few Irish. It's Catholic Church. You're going to have Irish people. It's got to be the way it is. How about this? Pat goes into the bar. He says, let me have a shot of Jameson and one from your friend Michael. He says, well, will she wait till your friend Michael gets here to pour him a shot? He says, what the devil are you talking about? He's here with me now. He reaches into his pocket, he pulls out a little 12-inch high man. And the bartender says, that's remarkable, remarkable. I've never seen the like. He says, what can he do? He says, he can do anything. He says, can he dance? He says, can he dance? He says, Michael, do a jig for the man. So he does a little jig. He says, that's incredible, incredible. I've never seen anything like it. He says, can he drink? He says, of course he can drink. Give him his Jameson. Watch him drink. He takes it and he throws the Jameson down. He says, remarkable, remarkable. He says, can he speak? He says, of course he can speak. He says, Michael, tell the men about the time you went to Africa and you told the witch doctor to go screw himself. Okay. Next up, what do we got here? No, I want San Francisco, 2 semitones down. I left my heart in San Francisco, 2 semitones down. Now, this song is as closely associated with Tony Bennett as all the others were associated with the other men I mentioned. Go ahead. The loveliness of Paris seems somehow sadly gay. The glory that was Rome is of another day. I've been terribly alone and forgotten in Manhattan. I'm going home to my city by the bay. I left my heart in San Francisco. High on a hill, it calls to me, just a little, to be where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. The morning fire may chill the air. I don't care, my love waits there in San Francisco. Above the blue, and windy sea, when I come home to you, San Francisco. Your golden sun will shine for me. Thank you. Thank you. Get up here. Okay. All right. And there's one more gentleman we want to do. And, and we used to hear this in Vegas when he opened his show. Go ahead. As long as I'm singing, there's a world up in my brain that's ringing, making a crazy ding-dong. And if this band don't desert me, then there's nothing in the world can hurt me, long as I'm singing my song. Give me trumpets, legato, put some saxes with them, strings, pizzicato, add some rhythm. As long as I'm singing, then the world's all right and everything's swinging, long as I'm singing my song. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ooh, making music is more to me than a pleasure, 'cause me and music, we go together like notes in a measure. Long as I'm singing and the world's all right and everything's swinging, long as I'm singing my, long as I'm singing my, long as I'm singing my song. Thank you very much. And we know who that was, Mr. Bobby Darin. That's the way he used to open his show in Vegas. Now this number everybody knows, and even young kids know it because they featured it in that movie Finding Nemo. Go ahead. A little more music. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere watching for me. My lover stands on golden sands, and straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the stars, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet, I know we'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. No more sailing, no more sailing. So long sailing. Bye-bye, baby. Goodbye, Captain. No more sailing. Thank you. Hey, I should acknowledge a couple of people in the audience, actually not in the audience, who are working for me. Mr. Pat Murphy does all my social media and my videoing, and I have a feeling that his efforts over the last 3 or 4 months are one of the reasons why this thing sold out in 7 days. Because you don't think so? No, he says no. I'm trying to give you credit. Maybe I shouldn't pay you what I pay you then. If you didn't sell it out, what the hell am I paying you for? I'm paying you a lot of money. I think it had something to do with it, whether you want to admit it or not. I think it had something to do with it. And my son, who's doing all the sound for me as he did last year. Isaac had a charmed life. His mother is Jewish. I'm Catholic. He was bar mitzvahed. And it would have been cheaper if he was confirmed, I can tell you that. It's a lot cheaper to be Catholic than it is to be Jewish. Jewish is the same as being Catholic, except just double the price or triple it. Everything cost a fortune. Everything cost a fortune. Pre-K was more. Everything was more. Was a fortune. But when he grew up, he had a charmed life because he thought that every week was a holiday. He used to wake up and say to his mother, "Mommy, what holiday is it this week?" Because my wife celebrates everything, including Flag Day. Every day was a holiday. So the funniest thing was we were at the rabbi's house one night for dinner. He invited us over on a Friday for Shabbat dinner, and it was around Hanukkah. So the rabbi said, "Isaac, are you getting ready for Hanukkah?" He said, "Oh, yes, Rabbi, we're getting ready for Hanukkah. We get a gift every night for 8 days." And the rabbi said, "That's good, Isaac, isn't it?" He goes, Isaac says, "Yeah. And then next week, Santa Claus comes and brings all the presents." The rabbi thought that was funny. He was a good egg, so. All right, what we got now, kid? Nightingale. Nightingale. I like this tune. This was a ballad done by Frank Sinatra and Matt Monroe, but Bobby Darin did it this way. And even though a lot of people said Bobby Darin really didn't do ballads that well, nobody could swing like Bobby Darin. Go ahead. That certain night, the night we met, there was magic abroad in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I may be wrong, I may be right, but I'm perfectly willing to swear that as you turned and smiled at me, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. The moon that lingered over London town, poor puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he know we two were so in love? The whole darn world seemed upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and said goodnight, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. How strange it was, how sweet and strange. There was never a dream to compare with that hazy, crazy night we met, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Oh, this heart of mine, it beat loud and fast, like a merry-go-round in a fair. Oh, we were dancing cheek to cheek, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. When dawn came stealing up all gold and blue to interrupt our rendezvous, I still remember how you smiled and said, was that a dream or was it true? Our homeward step was just as light as the dancing feet of a stair, and just like an echo far away, a nightingale sang in Berkeley. A nightingale sang in Berkeley that night in Berkeley Square. Okay, now this is very identified with Mr. Bobby Darin, just like all the other big tunes I said were identified with Frank and Sammy and Tony and Dean. This was 1958 in a little thing called the Three Penny Opera, which I was told was not really all that great, but this song was very great, and he was singing it for his whole life. Go. Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth. Dear, push it up. And it shows them, okay, pearly white. Just a jackknife has old Mac Heath, babe. And it keeps it out of sight. You know when that shark bites with its teeth, babe, scarlet billows start to spread. Fancy gloves, oh, wears old Mac Heath, babe. So there's never a trace of red. Now the sidewalk, honey, ooh, Sunday morning, lies a body just oozing life. Someone sneaking round the corner. Could that someone be Mac the Knife? There's a tugboat down by the river, don't you know? Well, the cement bags just a drooping on down. Oh, that cement is just, it's there for weight, there. 5 will get you 10, old Mackie's back in town. Now did you hear about Louis Miller? He disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash. And now Mackie's stands just like a sailor. Could it be a boy done something rash? Now, Jenny Diver, hop, ho, whoa, Sookie Tawdry, oh, Miss Lotta Lane, yeah, and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that lot falls on the right, babe. Now that Mackie's are back in town, I said Jenny Diver, whoa, Sookie Tawdry, look out for Miss Lotta Lane, yeah, and old Lucy Brown. Yes, that lot falls on the right, babe. Now that Maggie's back in town. Look out, old Mac is back. Fresh off the teletype. Well, we got an update on the scores. Let's see. No, let's see. Oh, before you leave today, take a look. I feel like this is like one of those games on TV, Find a Treasure. Before you leave today, take a look at them. Oh, okay. This is for you. It's not for me. Before you leave today, take a look at the 4 flyers on your tables for upcoming events here at St. Anne's for the Serve Ghana Incorporated and the Knights of Columbus. So there are flyers on your table, I hope, and there's supposed to be 4 of them. So if you only have 3, please take it up with the management and make sure you get the missing 4th. Okay? Okay, what's up? It's not there?
It is there.
Good, you're gonna give it to you.
It's 4 o'clock.
What?
I'm just letting you know it's 4 o'clock.
I know what time. I'm watching. Give me 5. Now, this was the first collaboration between Frank Sinatra and Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones was a young arranger at the time in the early 60s with the Count Basie Orchestra. Now, the Count Basie Orchestra was Frank's absolute favorite orchestra to sing with of all the bands he ever sang with. And he had a long relationship with Quincy Jones, and this was their first collaboration together. Very famous song, very requested in Sinatra concerts. And Sinatra and Quincy Jones had a very close personal relationship. In fact, Frank always referred to him as Q. That was his nickname for him. And Quincy Jones tells a story when he told Oprah Winfrey actually, when he was in England, he had just gotten back, and when he got home, there was a stack of mail on his dresser, and one was from Sinatra Enterprises. And he had just had a son born. He was married to Mamie Van Doren at the time, and the son was born in London. And when he got home, he had this stack of mail, and he opened up the mail from Sinatra Enterprises, and it said, it was addressed to his son. It wasn't addressed to Quincy. And it said, "Here is welcoming you to this world with a college education, hoping that you'll make it a better place." And there was a bond in there to pay for his son's college education. Frank gifted over $1 billion in his lifetime through either actual cash conferrals or through the donation of his talent raising money. And most of it he did anonymously. And he said, and to this day, Quincy Jones wears his pinky ring, which was given to him by Tina Sinatra. And he said, "Sinatra taught me how to live. He told me, Q, live every day like it's your last. One day you'll be right." He said. And this was their first collaboration. Go ahead. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Why don't you fill my heart with song? Let me sing forevermore. Because you are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. That's life.
That's life.
That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But I know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. They say that's life.
That's life.
And as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on a dream. But I know I won't let it get me down. 'Cause this final world, it keeps spinning around. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself laying flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life.
That's life.
I can't deny it. I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart won't buy it. And if there's nothing shaking come this here July, I'll hop right on a big bird and then I'll fly. I've been a puppet, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn and a king. I've been up and down and over and out. And I know one thing, each time I find myself laying flat on my face, I pick myself up and get back in the race. That's life, that's life, and I can't deny it. Many times I thought of quitting, baby, but my heart won't buy it. And if there's nothing shaking come this here July, I'm gonna roll myself up in a big ball and die. You're gonna get me my way, not in the key of C, my way, just says my way, and then New York, New York after that, okay? I'll tell you when. Just do that. My way, New York, okay? Well, we're winding it down. Oh, well, you want more? I haven't finished yet. That's when you do an encore after you're done. Okay? All right, I'll give you a few more before we do the closes. Get me French Foreign Legion. This is a little novelty number. I don't know if I did this last year. This was originally written by a man named Aaron Schroeder. No, I take that back. Guy Wood wrote this song, and it was originally written under a different title, and it didn't go anywhere. So he had different lyrics. And then one day, a man named Aaron Schroeder, who was very famous for writing lyrics for Elvis Presley, happened to hear this melody, because Guy Wood was playing it on a piano. He goes, no, I have the name for that song. I have a new set of lyrics for that song. Let's call it this. And so they did this, and then they brought it to Sinatra, because Sinatra had his own publishing company, and they played it for him a few times, and he liked it, and he did an album using this song as the title. And unlike a lot of other songs that Sinatra did, he didn't record it a number of different ways. There's only this one version, but it's a real Vegas-type number, and I always liked it, so we're going to do it, okay? And you need more volume because it's a little low in the beginning, okay? Go ahead, hit it. If you turn me down once more, I'll join the French Foreign Legion. Bet you they would welcome me with open arms. First you love me, yes, then you love me, no, I don't know where I stand. Do we march together down the aisle, or do I march that desert sand? If you think I won't find romance in the French Foreign Legion, think about that uniform with all its charm. Just one more time, are you gonna be mine? Au revoir, chérie. It's the French Foreign Legion for me. Now if you think I won't find romance in the French Foreign Legion, think about that uniform with all the charm. Just one more time, are you gonna be mine? Au revoir, Sadie. It's the French Foreign Legion for me. 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Everybody's hand in hand, swinging down the lane. Everybody's feeling grand, swinging down the lane. That's the time I miss the bliss that we might have known. Nights like this when I'm all alone. When the moon is on the rise, baby, I'm so blue. Watching lovers making eyes like we used to do. When the moon is on the wane, I'll be waiting all in vain. Should be swinging down the lane with you. When the moon is on the rise, baby, I'm so blue. Watching lovers making eyes like we used to do. When the moon is on the wane, I'll be waiting all in vain. Should be swinging down the lane with you. Hey, Pat, I need you up here for a second. Isaac needs a quick break. Get me some wind, okay? They want that. Go ahead. Hit it. I figure we have to do this one. summer wind came blowing in from across the sea, lingered there to touch your hair, walk with me. All summer long we sang a song, and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites, those days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath the blue umbrella sky. Then softer than the Papa Man, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. The autumn winds and the winter winds, they have come and gone. Still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on and on. Guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind. Summer wind, warm summer wind, the summer wind. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well, now we have wound it down. Now, this song I told you about before, Frank did not like it. It was originally a French song, and then when he was contemplating his original retirement in '69, Paul Anka was flying back from Paris, and he had heard the song when he was over there, and he wrote new lyrics. And nobody even remembers the original song anymore. And he said he was glad they wrote it for him because he bought a lot of pizzas at Patsy's on 118th Street with the money he made from this song. Go ahead. And now the end is near, so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all. I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, laughed and cried, had my fill, my share of losing, and now as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? If not himself, then he has not to say the things he truly feels, and not the words of one who kneels. The record shows I took the blows and did it my way. Yes, it was my way. No. Turn to the right, about 10 o'clock. To the right. Let me see it. Do you know what right is? That's good. All right. Now this song is the last song. This was originally done by Liza Minnelli, but nobody really cares about that. It was stolen by Frank Sinatra. It was rearranged by Don Costa, and it's loved all over the world, except in Fenway Park. Go ahead. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it Where? Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a #1, top of the list, king of the hill, and #1. These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you. New York, New York, New York. Thank you very much, everybody. A big hand to my son Isaac for doing all the sound. For Mr. Patrick Murphy for doing all the videos and the social media. For Freddie Carlson for organizing this thing, and to St. Anne's Parish for having me, and to all of you for coming out and supporting this effort, which is all for the church in any case. And so, God bless, safe home, and I hope to see you again next year. And as an added attraction, if you want to see something really special, sometime in the spring, right on Central Avenue by Tucker Road at the Gritton Hills Library, we'll be doing the original Sinatra and Sextet 62 World Tour with my 6 musicians band, and you'll have it over there. It's a sextet, that's what it's called, 6. Not a sextet, it's a sextet. But that was an original concert tour that Sinatra did. Almost everything Sinatra ever did was with a big band, and those bands were usually purchased in the countries he was going to and rehearsed there with the orchestra leaders. But in '62, he did a special world tour for children's charities. He had 32 concerts in 57 days in 11 different countries. So he wanted a small band that would fly on his private jet with him. And I have special arrangements that were written that I purchased. And we do that concert, and we're going to be doing it in the Gritton Hills Library, probably sometime in April or May. So keep aware of that on my social media. You can follow me on Instagram, and you'll know about it. We'll put it in the church bulletins. How about that? So you'll know about it. I figured you'll see that. Okay. Oh, we have the 50-50. Let's not leave yet.
We have the grand prize is $522, and then second and third prize are trays of pasta.
Okay. I have good news and I have bad news. What you want to hear first? Bad news. Second and third prize is nothing more than a tray of pasta. First prize is $522. That's the good news. So pray for good news. I'll draw it myself just to make sure there's no impropriety. And what am I drawing first? Second prize or third prize? Cash first. Okay. Okay, I've got it. I've got it. If it's your mother, I'll really be in deep trouble. The number is 1, 2, 4. Looks like
J. La Barbara.
J. La Barbara. That's it. You got it, pal.
C. Barbara in the back.
See Barbara in the back for your payout.
Hold on, we got pasta.
Oh, hold it now. Hang on for the plate of pasta so you don't have to cook tonight.
We got 3 trays. 3 trays.
3. Oh, so we got 3. Okay.
Three
You
trays.
picked it? Okay, he picked it. Okay, pasta. All right, here we go. Number 1, 6, 8. Michelle, where are you? 168. Well, you got it, babe. You got the pasta. Here, take your receipt so you know you won. Okay? Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. What the hell kind of name is this? Big. Big what? What do you like? It's like you're in the witness protection program? What is this? Okay, number 143. Who's big? The fix is in. Your wife didn't want to cook, so you got the pasta. All right, no problem. She worked hard all day, so she shouldn't have to cook.
Okay, one more.
One more. We're going to give another try.
We got one more, right? Yeah, 3. Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see if this will be.
I'm doing this.
Number 291, Gail Mitchell. Where are you? Well, you got a tray of pasta too, sweetheart. That's it. God bless. Safe home. Thank you very much for coming.